Hello, and welcome to tip number 44 in my book, Lead from the Front. As a reminder, I release videos every Tuesday and Thursday until we cover all 101 tips. All right, so tip number 44 is rank everything. This tip is a little controversial, but let me explain a little bit of the backstory and share how I like to think about rankings. Back in the 80s, Jack Welch was the CEO of GE, and he used a system to categorize employees and bucket them into distributions of 20, 70, 10. Where there was top 20%, middle 70%, and bottom 10%. At the time, it was somewhat crudely known as rank and yank. Jack was known as a powerful and very accountable leader, and the ranking system was both legendary and completely intimidating. Imagine being ranked with the purpose of the bottom 10% being eliminated. First, I'm certain this wasn't very motivating, and second, if I were an employee there, I would have probably focused more on not being the bottom 10%, which really doesn't drive performance. GE was a dominant and explosive growth company with a deep focus on accountability. As you probably figured out by now, I'm big on accountability, and I'll go on record as saying that I believe in rankings done the right way will provide great value and results. Let me explain. I use rankings in all of my companies, but I do it in a different way. First, we segment reps by tenure, so we keep our people pretty much apples to apples as much as possible. Next, we identify the KPIs that matter specifically within that role and that group. After that, we weight each category based on the importance of that KPI within that role. If there's a really important KPI, we might weight it as 2x. If it's not very important, but we want to see the measure and watch how we're performing there, we might weight it as 0.5 as an example. Every rep is then ranked in every category against their peer group so we can see where people excel and where they may be lagging versus their peer team. This allows us to identify best practices by category and leverage the best to cross-train those who are struggling. We then add the totals across the stack and stack the group lowest to highest. We distribute it every week. Two keys here. First, we call it a best practice doc and not a ranking doc. And second, we tie this doc to determine the winners for President's Club. So it has a positive outcome tied to it. This is key. We want to help each rep succeed, and in order to do so, we must know where they are excelling and where they are lagging so we can help. And we want to recognize the best overall performers when it comes to President's Club. If you want to discuss how this might work for your company in more detail, reach out to me. I'd be happy to share more. It is powerful when done right. Until next time, lead passionately, lead confidently, and lead from the front.